What is good, YouTube? What's going on? Check testing, check 1, 2. Checking the sound, checking the mic. Alright, we good there. Let's get it. Going live on WAP.com right now. What is up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back. I'm back, you're back, we're back with another live stream here for the TSD family over on Top Sports Debate over on WAP.com and on my YouTube channel at Bet at Your Own Risk. That is at Bet at Your Own Risk. Hope you, your family, friends, and loved ones have been doing well on this Saturday, April 25th, 2026, and hope everybody's enjoying the sports that are going on for the MLB and for the NBA. I know I am. I'm loving my OKC Thunder. We're pretty much, leading greatly against the Suns on the road here. Just look at the score real quick. Yeah, we're winning by 9. In the fourth quarter, 9 minutes left. Let's get this win. Let's go up 3-0. Let's get ready to sweep them cats so we can go back home and wait for the next opponent. But with that, we're going to focus on some evening and technically night MLB live reads here, see if we can find some extra picks and stuff like that. Apologies for not going live earlier, just because I went to the movies, kind of wanted to enjoy my afternoon, and then came home and kind of relaxed, ate dinner, just like, all right, now it's time to get rolling. This is Prop Finder. Try my best to remember to say the site, but let's see what we can do here. So the Arizona San Diego game potentially has potential for it to go over the. Oh, well, this is a high number. They actually believe that it's supposed to be a very high scoring game, and maybe it might be because Seattle and Seattle and St. Louis, they went off today. Like literally went off today. Let me see if Seattle was up 11-9. Looks like, yep, they just won 11-9. Like, if I really thought that this game was going to be a high scoring game, I would have probably taken the over. If I would have thought that Seattle would have scored 9 runs and won the game, I would have taken them to do that. So yeah, what can you do? But we move on, we move forward, we push for the next bet to hopefully cash and or parlay as well. So this Padres Arizona game, again, per the actual over under for the game, potential for it to be a high scoring game. As you see here, again, those guys over on Prop Finder, they really put forth the effort to give a nice little additional information here for the batters, for the pitchers, you know what I mean? I haven't even checked on the team stuff yet, so I still got to do that, and plethora of other stuff that I haven't really gotten a chance to look at any other updates here. But let's see, because green means bad for the pitcher, right? But then down here, green means great or good for the batter. So Marquez. Let's look and see what he's done. He struck out plethora of batters in the last 5. He just hasn't allowed a lot of hits. And again, this is red. This means bad for the Arizona Cardinals. They've been actually striking out here at home. The question becomes, because Marquez struggles against lefties, could Corbin Carroll, Castillo, Thomas, and even Vargas, could they? Funny enough, because I was potentially possibly taking Vargas for HRRs or total bases or something like that on another slip. But could they potentially go out here and get multiple HRRs? Could they potentially hit home runs? That's the question, because he struggles against lefties. He's allowed 3 home runs on the season, just 1 extra versus right-handed batters. Now, if you decided to take Castillo for a home run, he's a plus 270. Super low number, still value on it. So it's kind of sounding like he potentially could hit a home run today. He has a barrel of 40% in the last 5. Let's see, 20% the last 10, 20% the last 15. His angles have been up more recently. He did hit a home run on the 15th. Just in the month. So just in general, he's only hit 1 home run. So he was 0-4 last year against San Diego. But again, this is a new season. He's actually been producing HRRs at least. That's the thing. When he gets HRRs, he's getting 3 or higher. So do I consider even taking him for, let me see. He has no data against Marquez. Okay, now, per the data, he struggles at home at night. He's batting well enough in the month. He bats well enough on Saturdays because of the batting average. Struggling versus righties. But he bats well enough batting fourth. So it's like a 50-50 spot for you to consider to maybe, because they're giving him 3, but they believe, like DraftKings believes, is going to go under the HRR spot. I don't know if I would consider taking him. I've missed him on a few spots for him to get HRR back end of the last 10, so I don't know. Let me look at Vargas. Because Vargas, he's super green, right? He's hitting lefties and righties. He is hitting the 4-seam, which he throws 39% of the time, almost 40%. He's hitting the sinker and the slider, but he's not throwing the slider like hardly ever. Only threw it 2 times. He's throwing the sinker almost 10% of the time. So really, you're really seeing him throw the knuckle in the 4-seam. I don't know. Maybe Vargas doesn't. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Arizona. Maybe this is a under. Maybe that total is too high, and maybe Arizona doesn't do anything because they're facing off again. Because you don't have too many pitchers that throws knuckle curves. So those that do normally, from what I've seen, usually have success. Especially if it's like at the top of their arsenal, pitching arsenal, they have more success throwing. So literally all as far as like from my own recollection, all of the pitchers that throw the knuckle curve usually have a great amount of success throwing that pitch, because that's not a normal pitch that you see in the pitch mix. You literally see most of the time 4-seam, sinker, changeup, slider. It's usually what you see. You really don't see the knuckle curve or the fork that much. So this could be a potential spot where Arizona does not get any runs in. Again, potential. I could be totally wrong, and they actually go out here and score 6, 7, 8 runs tonight, 9 runs or whatever. So let me look at Perdomo here. He has no home runs in the last, no home runs at all in the season. He's every other game. As always, if you're a trend believer, if you believe in trends, he's a potential spot for him to actually get. That's the thing. When he gets HRRs, he's usually getting 4 or higher. So he's in the potential spot to technically get 3 HRR or higher. But the matchup is he's only had 2 hits, one double and 1 single. Walked 4 times. That sucks. So if he, let me see. Let me look. Where's that? Here we go. It's a -111 for him to just walk. So maybe you take him to walk today, solely because he's been walked most of the time when he's facing off against Marquez. Here, he's a righty. The only thing he's successful against is the 4-seam. So I don't know. I might, and I'll cue it up because I might end up taking that as a single bet. I just might, because he just might actually do it. I will say the batters that I did take for the Baltimore game, the ones that I took for, I think it was 2 HRR, all of those batters at least got a single. So I'm mad about that. It was a rush pick anyway, because I was literally at the theater, getting ready to watch this movie, and yeah. Let's see. So lefties, he's actually, because he struggles against righties more because of the batting average. I might. Oh, that's right. Because I looked at him earlier. Possibly potential. He could potentially hit a home run. He has one home run against Zach. He hits righties. And look, he's hitting the slider, the four seam, and the sinker. He just doesn't like the curve. I mean, excuse me, the knuckle. Yeah, well, the knuckle, the KC, the curve. What is his home run? Plus 350. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe Castillo does go yard today, and Bogarts goes yard today. He did go yard 2 nights ago. His is a plus 350 for him to go yard. He has 7, so I kind of figure he would go back down to maybe potentially getting 3. He's getting mostly singles more recently just in this week. Because again, usually when I see a batter doing something specific, like I'm usually looking at HRs and potentially total bases, and I'm trying to consider batters for home runs. But if you're consistent, then I will go with what you're consistent with. So high probability for him to hit a single tonight. He has hit 4 singles against Zach. The other hits that he got were a double and a home run. So I just might take this dude for a single. I'll queue it up because actually I haven't even really looked at his splits. So I'll queue it up for him to potentially get a single. He has 1 hit on a Saturday. That's a single. So I might do that. I think I found potential. Actually, let me take. Because these are my looks here. And actually, let me do that. Because all of these are the 2 total bases for tonight. So let me take those off. I got the screenshot, so I'm good on that. I don't need these. So again, maybe I just do a quick 3-leg, put those 2, well actually 2-leg. Maybe I just put those 2 together from this game. Hold on, forgot to look at Nolan here because he's green. He might potentially do something. He has a single. He's hitting the sinker more than anything. He is successful against the 4-seam when it's pertaining to the slug and the ISO. So he might actually get some HORs tonight. He has 1 single on the, or is it a double? So 1 single, he brought a run in on a Saturday. He bats great batting 7th, which is good. It goes 3-3-3. 2 home runs. What's his home run? Because I'm probably gonna try to attempt to potentially try to find maybe like a 2-leg home run slip for tonight. Okay. Now, Jeffrey Springs pitching tonight. Mackenzie Gore facing off against the Athletics. Nemo's looking the most green out of every batter on the board. So this game could potentially be a low-scoring game. I know it's 8. It's not 8.5. I kind of think that they're basing it off the pitchers, and I kind of think like they feel like the pitchers would go out here and get a lot of strikeouts. They got him. That's even more interesting. Hold on and let me see. They have him at 5 strikeouts, right? He's been technically averaging almost 6, literally just a point off from averaging 6 strikeouts in the last 5. He only struggles against lefties. Now, Texas at home has been striking out a lot. But again, he struggles against lefties. Brandon's a plus 575 to go yard. He has a double against him. He hits lefties. He's hitting slider. like 50-50 on the slider, pretty much crushing the four seam. Technically the sweeper, but it's really just those two. See, now you're only averaging 2 HRR on the last 10, so I'm kind of wondering if I should take him on the 2 HRR. Oh, excuse me. Another batter, 6 and 18 out of, on a Saturday. 2 home runs on a Saturday, 4 runs. That looks like his best day too. Tomorrow technically is on paper, but that's only due to the RBIs. Okay, so maybe. Okay, he's gotten 2 doubles, 2 singles in the last week. Just in a month. So he's 2 and 2. 2 singles, 2 doubles in the last week. Single for tonight is minus 105. A double is plus 390. I mentioned this during the stream last night, talking about the number. Because you either see it, you really don't see anything on an even spot. You don't really see like a plus 400. It's usually always 5 to 10 points below. So it sounded like a push for him to potentially get a double tonight. Single wise, same thing. It's a minus 105, because minus 105 is usually a lot of times do cash. So there's a potential for him to do either or both or none. So, and he's also striking out a lot. So if you feel like he will get at least 1 strikeout, take him for this bit of super juice. It's up to you if you would take him for maybe you parlay that with something else. Let's look at this. Total bases plus 130. Plus 130 is do cash. Maybe he gets 2 total base tonight against Jeff. But the only question is, because Jeff has been doing this a lot, he's still been allowing some hits though, 60%. But more recently, he's only been allowing hits 2 times in the last 5. But again, like I mentioned, the Texans are on the spot to potentially strike out tonight. Let me see. Okay, he's allowed 3 home runs in the last roughly, actually, apologies, all in 1 game. I was on the 19th. Two righties and 1 lefty. 4 another lefty. That was all in 1 day. Sheesh, dude. So this was here on the 19th. I don't know if I see Texans going off today. I don't know. Seager went yard 2 days ago. He has a home run as well, but he's not hitting very well. So he may or may not. He's averaging 3 HR against them, but I don't know if he would actually do anything tonight, because he's mostly succeeding throwing the 4 seam. He just struggles throwing that slider. But Seager doesn't like the slider. So maybe taking him for a strikeout. Maybe. He has a batting average of 333. He's 1 and 8 though. Only 1 HR. That's what he's technically averaging. He's hitting the changeup. So I don't know. I don't really see. He has more success on a Tuesday. So maybe I look his way Tuesday next week if they play. Look at this. Max is looking the best for the Athletics, because look at all this green here. Look at his let me see. That's right, because of the angle plus the EVs. He Yeah, that's the thing. He's not pushing the ball. He's just at least connecting with it. But a lot of field outs. So he has not succeeded at all in this month with anything. Nothing at all. Only 2 games he had 2 HRR or higher. So I can't even consider taking Max for this plus. He might actually do something today. He might even go yard. What's his home run? Plus 525. He's only hit 1 home run basically at the beginning of the year against Houston. So I don't know. I don't know if he would get even 2 total base tonight. He is hitting well on a Saturday, though. Again, when you're looking at the data on Prop Runner, there could be that one thing that stands out the most, and that's literally him batting really well on the day. But he didn't do anything last Saturday, which was the 17th. But he did get 2 on the 10th. And on looking at the day here, he didn't do so he's 2 and 1. Am I reading that correctly? Oh, apologies, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So he did do he got 3 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So he's technically 3-0, getting 2 HRR. So I'll take it and potentially go with him getting 2 total base on a Saturday. Just because he's at least producing on the day. He'll be the first thing that I take as a single bet. I'm logging in the BetMGM now. Maybe the number's still the same. I don't think I'll ladder him up to 3, but maybe he'll succeed today. Because he is succeeding on the day alone, just the day alone. All right, what we do? Athletics. Batting. 2. So it's no longer a plus 125. So I missed that little extra oomph. It's a plus 115, but I'm still gonna take it on a straight bet. I'm just gonna put this in. Oops. So let me cue that up. Didn't want to forget to do that. So I currently have 4 looks. Let me take the total base off, because like he might not get the 2 total base, but he potentially get the 2 HRR. Still might parlay these 2. Just might. All right, moving on. So my Buccos are on the road against Milwaukee. Can Milwaukee hit, more so the lefties, hit Mitch, his pitches, because they have a plethora of lefties. Potential for then, like I mentioned in yesterday's stream, was talking about Baltimore, because they were in a spot per their lefty batters to do some damage. And I even mentioned Gunnar Henderson on stream, literally said it. He has a high potential to hit a home run, all due to the fact that he's in the spot versus the right-handed pitcher, blah, 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 whatever. And he went out there and hit a home run first at bat. But with that, my O's scored 10 runs and then turned around today and got pretty much like run over by them cats. They said, "Look, y'all blew us out. We're steamrolling through y'all today and freaking beat us 7-1." I did not expect the Red Sox to do all of that. I think they had like 5 or 6 home runs, and I think one of them went back to back. So missed opportunity. Let me see. Maybe so. Hard hit wise, Terang has the highest hard hit. He has the highest EV. So literally, if you would potentially consider taking just these 4, just based off of the exit velocity and the hard hit, you could potentially take them for 2 HRR each. That would be a possible nice little spot. I took Terang for 2 today on that 6-legger because he's hitting righties. He struggles against the lefties. He's green with the 4-seam changeup and the sinker. The EVs are above, 90 more recently. And he bats well at home, even though he's struggling at night. He bats really great on the day versus righties, and he still bats well in the first batting leadoff, basically. So, and plus Mitch is struggling to throw his pitch mix, so I kind of feel like he could potentially get the 2 HRR, but I kind of feel like he could get maybe 3 tonight. Maybe. He has 4 hits, all of them singles against him. 3 hits. 3 of those hits were a single, 1 home run. Let's see. It's a -107 for him to get a single. But he loves getting singles against him because he's averaging 1. I think that's not his best look. Hits are his best look. He's averaging 1. Let's see. Okay. 3 for 3, basically. That's apologies. 3 and 5. And the last 10 getting 2. I don't know if he would get 2 tonight. Just being honest. I don't know if he would. I still wanted to do I mentioned it last. I wanted to do maybe like a 3-leg, 2 hits each. Because I was looking to do that just for checking out this movie. But I was like, I'm going to just do the HRR stuff. Actually, speaking of which, let me see if Vlad got. I don't think he did. He did not. He didn't get the 3 HRR that I put him down for. The other look for that game was Varsho. I was considering taking him, and I took Vlad because he had the better data. So, should have went with my original thought. Look at William. He's green against Mitch. 2 home runs. Everything else a single. Okay. He hasn't done anything more recently, at all. Just 1 single in the last week, a double. So you could technically say in the month, mostly singles in the month with a few doubles. I don't know if he would actually get a double today. Plus 430. -105. They believe he's going to get the single. So maybe I take him and Terang for a single. So -107. Maybe I do that. And look at Bowers. He's green. 4 of his 5 hits are a home run. Or a single. Great EVs above 100. He's been hitting mostly singles from what it looks like. Yep. Let's see. 3 straight singles. So plus 155 for him to get 1. So potential for him to not get it tonight for some odd weird reason. It's probably due to the fact that he's been struggling to do anything. He's just connecting with the four seam, so who knows? When he's hitting the four seam, what is his, let's see, 200, 219, 210, 418, down. I mean, he could probably still maybe potentially get under a bat, get under a pitch and send it out of the park. Plus 470 from the go yard. I don't know. What is your home run, sir? Plus 600, even. That's all I was saying. Like, I'll usually see like a plus 600. I won't usually see a plus 400. I usually see plus 390s, stuff like that. I don't usually see the even plus 400s. He's mostly green against the 3 and 3. What is your plus 120? Do you? Okay, you're batting well on a Saturday. Mostly singles. Struggle versus righties, but you're batting great, batting fifth. So potential for him to get a single. He's been hitting singles more recently. What's his single? Plus 160. I've already got Trey Contreras. I'll potentially take him for a single. Plus 160 is the best value I've seen so far, even though he's 0 for 4 against Mitch. 1 walk, 3 Ks. That's the question. It's just that he's been successful getting singles. But again, this matchup was from last year. Kind of curious because he's hitting. No, never mind. He's hitting righties. I mean, lefties better, so maybe I don't take him. Maybe I just stick with. Maybe I do that. Maybe I do. So what if I do? This will probably be on DraftKings. I guess. Let me see, because it's 1-1. This one's on BetMGM. This one's on DraftKings. This one's on DraftKings. This one's on ScamDuel. Let me see, because I think DraftKings has singles to pick. Actually, I don't have any funds. Well, let me see, but because I don't have any funds on, I really don't feel like putting money on my DraftKings currently. Don't I still have some picks on? Yeah, I'm waiting to see if something pops. I got 2. I have 2 more. Is it 2 more? Excuse me, I got 3 more. Oh shoot. Let me I forgot to send this in. I forgot to put this in. Let me send this to the Discord in the WAP. I apologize, guys. I forgot all about this slip that I put together hours ago. What the heck is it? Is this it? I think it is. Yeah. I was supposed to submit this hours ago. I forgot all about it. It's from the same game. It's from the Chicago game. I'm sending this in now. I apologize. The value's more than like shifted and changed. But I'm submitting this now because that was my bad. That's because I got busy when I was after I got this Let's put this together. I got busy because I put this. That's right. Now I'm thinking about it. I put this in at freaking like 4:30 this morning. Forgot all about it. Because after I did that, I ended up going back to sleep because I woke up at 4 a.m. and was like, let me look at some stuff now. Just felt like I was gonna be up, and then eventually started to doze off. I was like, oh, let me roll over, set my alarm, and try to get some extra sleep before I got up to start my day. Okay, that's that. And I've already submitted like four joints in my hold on, where's the apologies? I gotta find right after the Max Muncy. Oh, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. It's the only thing. I gotta remember where I put it. There we go. I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Okay, so I'm trying to potentially put this 4-leg in. Kind of feel like that would be a good slip to take. So if I put, let me see, just basing off of the data, as always, take Perdermo to get walked, right? Oh crap, the game's already started. Damn it. I don't think I can take it. Let me see. Nope, can't do Perdermo. So I'm just gonna go with the other 3 then. Damn it. Actually, no, I can't do it. Wait, hold on. I can't do that one because it's the same game. Freak. Okay. So then what was the... It was... It was Contreras for a single. Oh, where's Milwaukee at here? Here we go. So Contreras, single. Where's the singles? There we go. So Contreras, single, and Terang, single. I don't think. Let me relook. Let me look down here. I don't really think. Because I don't know. Brandon has been struggling. Well, recently, he's fallen off of his hot streak. He did get 2 HR last night. Let me see. Now, Jacob's been allowing some hits more recently. We at home are not striking out that much. I don't know if I could trust you, but maybe I can take him for 2. Plus 110s do hit, just got to be in the right spot. I'm just not sure if Brandon can get 2 HRR tonight. He's hitting well enough at night. Now he only has 1 single on a Saturday. He struggles batting second. So it's either he gets the 2 HRR, maybe potentially getting 2 hits. For him to get 1 hit, but for him to get 2 is a plus 418. So the book's going to believe that he's not going to get the 2 hits. So he had a double last game, plus 500 even. 212 for that. So plus 110. Could I trust Brandon to do anything tonight? I don't know. Maybe Ryan. You are a plus 130. I actually like that better. He's even, getting 2. He had 4 last game. He's hitting righties. He's only hitting the forcing though. Oh my god. Griffin had a home run randomly last night. I think that's his first one on the year. Yep. His first one on the year. His HRR from to get 2 is a plus 150. I don't know if he would actually do. He's hitting the curveball at least. I don't know. Let me look. Because literally, honestly, guys, I don't think. Really don't think my Pirates will. Because they're green a lot. From, per the data. I really don't know if Jacob's gonna allow them to do anything. He's been striking out more than what he's allowing as far as hits. That's the only thing. But again, we aren't striking out that much. So it's either we hit him up or he strikes us out. It's one of the two. It's gonna happen for this game. I don't know if it's gonna be an even spot. Cruz, you're 0-5. You're 50-50 against the pitch mix. You're hitting on a Saturday though. All your hits were singles. Oh, excuse me. 4 of your hits were singles. 2 of them were doubles. Apologies. So, I don't know what I'm going to do if I even want to attempt to even. I was just trying to see if I wanted to add 1 or 2 extra things on this game. But I really don't know if... Is it because... No, it's because it has to be because of his singles. Because his batting... Well, that's... Nah. I think I'm probably just going to have to stick with just these 2. Plus 125. So he only has 2 spots in the pitch mix where he's actually hitting. He's hitting well great at night. For Spencer. I don't know if he would actually do literally the only other batter that's really, it's literally Brandon and then O'Hearn. Outside of that, it's like you're trying to figure out if you can even rely on any of the other batters on the Pirates. You're just struggling overall. Wait, is Ozuna injured? Because he is not playing today. That sucks. Okay. Because that's the thing. Cruz. Okay. All right. Things kind of shifted. Now that, I guess because he's been hitting better. That's probably what it is. Because his averages were more red than anything, but it shifted. So maybe relying on Cruz tonight would be potential. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Let me see. He's not getting any of that. He's not getting any of that. He's been getting runs in. Plus 115. Plus 165 for 2 total base. Sheesh, plus 360. Not sure. Really not sure. I'm gonna just stick with these 2. Oops. Because again, I really don't know if my buckos are gonna. I mean, they could technically, like I said, sports. You just don't know. Like on paper, it looks like they could potentially do something, but then Jacob shut them down. But at the same time, because it's on paper, they could still potentially not do any of this. Continue to be green. Jacob does what he normally does, and that's get strikeouts and stuff tonight. So this is the last 15. Okay. So there. All right. So that was the 15. Last 5 though. Brian has been, outside of Brandon, Brian has been, and even Hortz has been actually handling business. Just that he's a plus 650 though. 2 hits, both were singles. He just hasn't done anything as far as HRR. Really singles as well. I think it's just based on the fact that he's been getting singles against them. He loves getting singles. Literally, that's his best look. I just might take Reynolds on a single bet for the singles. I think I will do that. Contreras, Terang. So I'm sharing that one now. The original one. I'm probably just more likely gonna take, because Reynolds has been, like I said, Reynolds has been successful in getting a single at least against them, just in general in the head-to-head. So I just shared it in the Discord. So since I'm just gonna go ahead and take him for a single tonight. Maybe he will actually get the job done. Dude, my phone does not like something. Okay, maybe it is because it's Android or something. Just this Apple cheese. Like, you need to have Apple. Like, I like green apple, son. I don't like it as a phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Reynolds for a single plus 130. Single bet that real quick. And hope for the best. Okay. So okay. Now Max's brother's in the spot tonight to once again, because he didn't do it last night. I don't think he did anything HRR wise either. Yeah, he only had 2 HRR last night. So books believe he's actually gonna either do either or to even 105 on either side. But he has a double and a single against Colin. He's still technically in the spot to potentially go yard. He still, as always, he's hitting the forcing success mainly against that one out of everything that's getting thrown towards his way against Colin. Again, at night he's batting well, but he only has a single on a Saturday. But he's batting well versus righties. You just don't know where he's batting at in the order. So if you feel like he can go yard, take him. It's just he hasn't done anything since the 26th. Technically, anytime in the last 10 days he's gotten a home run, it's been 2. So it's plus 340 from to go yard tonight. So do with that information what you will. Colin. Let me see. Let me use rushing real quick. Well, hold on. He's allowing more hard hit to the lefty, but the better fly ball percentage is against the right-handed batters, 30%. Didn't Andy go yard? No, he didn't. He hasn't gone yard since pretty much the beginning of the month. One single against Colin. He's hitting righties. He's hitting the four-seam sweeper and the slider. He just hasn't had any success since the 19th, where he had a double against Michael. But he's still green all across the board. He just hasn't produced like you would want him to. I don't know. Plus 103. Do I want to take a plus 103 for a single bet for Andy? I don't know. Back-to-back 3 or higher, so I missed out on that last night. He's green. Just struggles on a Saturday. 1 hit. He hits well in the 8th spot, so he's technically at the bottom of the order. So this kind of works out for him. This plus 1060, he could potentially go yard. I mean, you just never know. Let me look at his. Let's see. He's been successful hitting singles, hitting doubles, just in the month. He's been successful. So that's why he has some HRRs. So, me looking at it out of myself, I'm like, well, I feel like I need to take him for 3 HRR. I could technically take him for 2. But I'm like, all right, well, let me push you up to 3. It's even plus 300. Or maybe I just take both. Because he just might potentially get it. Because he needs to rely on everybody else. Because the only way he's actually going to get the 2 HRR without anybody's is him getting 2 hits. They got him at a plus 458 for him to get 2. So I kind of feel like he might not get the 2. He might get 1, maybe a single, maybe a double. Plus 575, plus 115. So it's either he's going to get a single and still get the 2 HRR, or he doesn't get the single, he doesn't get a hit. It's either or. What is your hard hit, sir? Freeland, you've been more successful. 2 HRR. 333. You're red, but you've been still getting HRR. That's the only thing. Total base minus 110 for 1. It's kind of nice. Yo, what's going on? Smirk, what's going on, dude? How are you? Hope you're doing well today. Literally, out of everybody that I've looked at on the list, like, Kim is the only one that's really standing out. Like, I really feel like I should take him for something. I'm probably gonna attempt the 2 HR because he just might actually get at least 2. He might get 2 hits, and I miss out on that plus 458. I know I jumped 2 games, but at least I got that game out the way. Okay, Walbert. It's my first time seeing somebody with the name Walbert. Hold on. Excuse me. One second. I was like, somebody tagged me on something on social media. I'm like, what? Yeah, one moment here. 1 second. Okay. So hold on. Did my boys blow them out? We did. My Thunder won 121 to 109. Pretty much looks like we're about to sweep the Suns. I'll take it. Literally just 2 more rounds and we will be back at the NBA Finals to pretty much what I believe is going to happen, and that is us repeating as NBA champions. So again, like I mentioned, I'm just throwing this out there. I talked about this at my homies at my job. A lot of cats is pretty much believing that my Thunder are not gonna repeat, all because of if they're telling me that if we meet the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, that we will not beat them. And I'm telling them, look, it's the playoffs now, son. This is our zone of handling business. They did their job in the season. Everything is on even playing field now. If we meet the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, if we see them, I'm just saying that we're possibly going to win the series 4-2. So I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I do have Carter Jensen already on the slip, and I'm thinking about putting him down again on a single bet. He potentially might. Glad that you're good. Schmirk. Yeah, man. Hope that you enjoyed the content on the channel. Let me go back to Carter. Now, he hits righties. He's a lefty. He struggles. Walbert struggles to deal with lefty batters. And Carter is doing his thing. Do I take Carter for a long ball tonight? Plus 525. It's literally only because of 2 things. It's strange that the changeup is batting average 444, and for the four seam it's a 333. Do I consider potentially taking your boy for a home run? He's hit 2 home runs in the last week alone. Exit velocities are up above 100. This is what I talk about when I mentioned, I'm getting more recently about questions about that. And it's like, if you're on Prop Finder, I highly recommend that you do get Prop Finder. But when you're on Prop Finder, you're looking for the one, technically, really honestly, you're looking for the EVs to be here in the hundreds. But then you also got to look to see how far they're pushing the ball out. If you're consistently seeing, 300s, like 350s, maybe a little less, but it's still in the 300s, and it's consistent, then yes, it can be under the 3, but at least it's letting you know that the batter is reading that pitch and sending it out towards the stands. So Carter has, again, just in the last week, has hit 2 home runs. So his EVs are up just in general. His splits are green at night, at home, in the month. On the day, he has a home run on a Saturday. He has 6 home runs versus righties. We just don't know where he's batting at currently. But it more than likely looks like he's going to hit in the first spot because that's where he bats at the most. He has 6 home runs in this spot. But he also has 11 RBIs in this spot. He has 12 RBIs versus righties. He has 4 RBIs on a Saturday. So my automatic thinking is because he has a lot of RBIs that I may consider taking him for RBI instead of taking him for a home run. 50%. Recently he had 2 here, 2 here. For him to get 2 RBIs is a plus 600. For him to get 1 is a plus 175. So do I either take him for the home run to plus 525? Do I consider taking him for, even just a single at a plus 101, or even two at a plus 640? Because that has the higher value out of everything that I've seen. It literally, honestly, Smirk, here's what I can tell you when it's pertaining, because Smirk has this, he's bringing up, if you're over on WAP, this is what he's talking about. He says he's trying to mess around learning how to do total base, because he keeps getting cooked every time. So all you do is treat everything, every prop, as an even look, right? You just look and you be like, okay, look at Walbert, using Carter as an example. Walbert struggles to throw the sinker and the four seam. Carter is hitting the sinker and technically the four seam. He's succeeding against both those things. He's technically is succeeding against the changeup, but he's mostly seeing achieving success with the four seam. So either way, he is in a spot to potentially do a multitude of things. Get multiple total bases, get 1 to 2 singles, maybe still get a double tonight. Maybe. Again, it's a plus 404. He could potentially still do that tonight. He's in a spot to potentially get multiple RBIs and multiple HRRs. So when you're looking at the data and you see that stuff, then you can coincide with what I talked about. You look at what are they doing? What is the batter doing with the exit velocity? His bat speed is great. It's all green. And when you look at the results, you're seeing that he's getting singles mostly. He's gotten some doubles here, but he's at least getting some singles. So then now, outside of his splits, now you can be like, okay, because he's been doing X, Y, and Z, singles his best look, hits are his best look too. They're both 70%. You come here, you be like, okay, maybe I just take him for a single at a plus 101 because he's been getting that basically 6 straight days, but it's technically 5 straight days. He's averaging 1. You could technically just, again, if your bankroll is $10, you just throw $10 on the single for the plus 101. He actually goes out there and gets it. But if he gets 2, then you miss out on this plus 640. But at least you still cashed on the single. He could still get the 2 total bases. Why? Because anytime that he does get it in the last 5, he's getting 3 or higher. So when you're looking at the data, it's the data, basically this is the best way I can explain it, is how I tell my trainees, because we use iPads when we're doing certain things at my job. The site, now instead of me saying the pad, the site does all the work for you. It's giving you all the data up front, right here in front of your face. And all you do is just put the slip in. And again, you look at his splits down here for the final verdict on your pick. Boom. He is green in every single spot outside of the batting order, because you don't know where he's batting at. But he's still succeeding everywhere. So if I were you, I would take him for this plus 130 even spot, even if you're a $5 better. You know what I mean? If you feel like he can do well above that, take him for the 3, because he's done it 3 times in the last 5 of getting 3. And then you just walk away from the table, hope for the best. It's either, because again, at the end of the day, it's sports. He's either going to get the 2 total bases, or he's not. Or he's going to go above that and get 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever, which also ties into him possibly getting higher than 3 HRR and getting 6 or 5 or whatever, or 4. So he loves Saturdays. I would say take him for the 2 total base. My look for him was RBIs, but I might actually, because actually the runs are the better spot. Actually, nah, now that I'm looking at it, no, I actually do like the RBI better, plus 175. So what I'll probably do, I'll probably just do the 2 total base and walk away from the table, just put that in. So yeah, that's pretty much how you would just break it down, because that way it just helps you. It's going to benefit you in the long run. But again, single bet everything, just like I tell the crew over there on WAP. When you tell my picks, single bet everything. Because as y'all seeing, I'm not hitting consistently. I'm on like a 4-day losing streak right now. Like, but I'm at least hitting on some singles that I put in. But like mostly all my parlays have not cashed in the last few days because stuff's just not going the way that the data is talking about. And on top of that, some batters have gotten injured too in some of those spots too. So that kind of also hurt my slips too. So a lot of that stuff ties in. It just sucks because it's just like you're not expecting players to get injured, but injuries happen. It is what it is. So again, I went on a 2-week losing streak from the NBA this past year. Just 2-3 months ago. I kept betting until I started to win like 3, 4, 5 days in a row. It was just like, all right. It was like more wins than losses. Just like, all right, bet I'm back on my joint. Right now, 4th straight day where I haven't had any major success or good success. I'm on this slope now. Got to figure out how to get out of it. Otherwise, I'm going to be back to, a week and a half in. I'm still not winning anything. It's like, dag, like eventually it has to turn around. Yeah. Straight bet your stuff, Smirk. Straight bet your stuff. Still parlay. If anything, I'm telling you, if you're doing 6-7 legs, stop doing that for now. Again, I will never tell you to fully stop, like fully stop. But don't overexert your parlay. Just like drop it down to 4 or 3 or even 2 until you can, because you can technically build a bankroll that way. Start real small, and then you can bump up your parlays. Because technically parlays are for fun. Yes, people do succeed. Yes, people make some great money off of the parlays. They do. It does happen, but not literally. It's a small percentage of people out there of the whole diaspora of the betting scene. Only a small percentage of people are actually winning consistently with parlays. Those guys are putting down $100 bets, $200 bets, whatever. They're taking those high risks. There's those of us who currently are not in that spot to do that. We can be if we really, save our money. But it don't really touch anything. I actually like Jack here. He's green. Maybe it's a -110. It's a slight lean for him to get it. So that's good. Then you're good. You're on the right track. It hasn't started to really have a positive response for you yet. It's gonna come. You're gonna start winning. It's gonna come. Because again, it's sports betting. At the end of the day, you're gonna go on cold streaks. You're gonna go on hot streaks. Nobody's winning each week all the time. Like a lot of us are not doing that consistently. I like Jack for 2. Really, I think I like him for 2 HRR more than anything. This is like more of the safer side. It's a -110. He's hitting the sinker and the 4 seam. 40% barrel. He could still technically hit a home run because of the barrel, because he's punching it up in the air. Plus 775. Somebody was a plus 775 yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or this morning or something like that. Somebody hit a home run. Literally, I remember seeing a plus 775. It was either yesterday or today. It was one of the two. And they weren't even a look, and they went out there and got a home run. So look, he's even hitting at night and on the day. His batting average is great. So I just might take him. Let's see. Is he he's having more success hitting singles. He had a single last night. I'm gonna guess this is because this is underdog, so I'm gonna guess it's like a plus 105 or plus 100 or something. I'm gonna queue him up for this 2 HR. Has Isbell done anything more? He did. He had hit a home run. He hasn't really. Well, he had success here in the last 5. No, not really. I haven't. In the beginning when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, what's this PF rating, whatever?" But it really, to me, it's not anything substantial to really look at as far as an actual, like, the, because the PF rating is like, it's really not anything. It really just, if I remember correctly, I believe this is just talking about what the player is doing successfully, right? Because when you look at the home run, it's a 52%. So he's only, it's only in this spotter because of the 2 home runs. If he had 4, well, I would say like maybe 5 or 6 or home runs or whatever like this here, like well, I don't even think I can. Maybe I can. Let me see. Is it Cleveland? Who's the one batter that went off? Hold on. Who the heck was it? Let me see. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find. I thought they played today. Maybe I was wrong. I thought the Braves played today. Dang it. Give me 1 second. Or you know what? That's what it is. They eliminated the. No, they didn't eliminate the game. Oh, here we go. Look at again, using him as an example. Look at this. Like, it's up. It's 50, almost 55. I mean, almost 56%. So it's they're giving it a fair grading. So it's like, this stuff is, to me, is not anything to really consider as, yes, I need to take this prop because it's showing this stuff is pushing all the way to the right of the screen. Because again, they're also talking about fair grade. It's like, to me, all of this should be higher in my opinion. So this should be great. This should be 70-80% whatever, and it should be whatever that's supposed to look like. So it would be what would it mean if I took something for even like that 78%? Trying to find the actual grading. Look at this. Look how the grading is down when he's been producing. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're giving him a poor grading when he's been produced. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't fully trust this now because of what I know now and how to actually read the data. So that's why I say the PF rating does not really hold any weight when you're trying to consider a batter for anything. Home run, total base, runs batted, you know what I mean, RBI, whatever. So I really don't look at the PF rating at all anymore. Because again, at the beginning, I'm like, oh, that means that they're really succeeding. Like, it's not even that. Let me see, where were we at? Yeah. Were we here? No, we weren't here. Lost my place. Was it KC? Was it Pittsburgh? No. Oh, it was KC. Here we go. We're back where we're at. Bobby Hitt. He's at least been producing 2 HRR. He's averaging 2 on the nose. He's just been struggling to get there because they got him at 3. So it's like, I don't know if I would want to take him for 3 because he may not get it. Oh, shoot. Well, we're still good. Because everything else, let me see. Okay, Washington and the Sox are tied up. Okay, Pereira, he came through. Because remember, for those of you on Prop Finder, those of you on WAP, I did submit that 6-leg 2 HRR slip, and Pereira for the White Sox was on the slip. 50 ball. Oh, you said I think just found what? Shea and Low for 2 total base. Maybe. So you said, let's look at Shea. Now he is green. Most, well, not most, but like 50-50. So again, if you're just going off of the total base, they got him for 2 at a plus 115. He has 2 singles against McKenzie here, right? He's hitting lefties. He's just, his batting average is the struggle. So he has 3 home runs versus a lefty pitcher. He's been walked twice, but he strikes out the most versus those pitchers. McKenzie, he's only had 3 games where he's hit above, well, we'll actually hit the line where it's 7 strikeouts, but he's still at least getting 5. Hits wise, he's only allowed 3 teams to get him above 5 hits. Head to head, as far as the hits, he's only allowed them to get above 4 one time, and that was last year. This is all last year's data. He faced off against them on the 14th, but more recently, and he only allowed 3 hits. So the question becomes, does he shut this team down again today? Because as you see, most of them are in red. They struggle. Basically means they struggle against lefty pitchers, except for Shea. Now Nick is batting well enough against left-handed pitchers because his batting average is 269. So literally the only other batter on the list that could potentially do something is Jacob, because his batting average is 200. But he has a batting average of 261 just in general. He has 1 single against him. Plus 129. So again, if we go with Shea for the 2 total base, it's plus 115. He's been successful in getting 2 total bases. 60%. Do you consider taking him today? The only thing is he just has not been hitting the curveball well, the changeup, the cutter, and the slider. He only succeeds against the 4-seam. But his split specifically, he bats well at night, on the road, in the month. Great on the day, super great. It's just that lefty spot. And technically, he's batting in his worst spot in the batting order, which is leading off. He only has 1 hit, which is a single. So maybe you don't take him for the 2 total base. Maybe you switch it to the single. So plus 125 is better value for a single. And maybe he brings a run in as well. This is the possible, potentially the lowest best value at a plus 105, because he's had the most success getting runs in out of all of his data. Slight lean for him to get 2 HRR, minus 110 on both. Basically both of those spots are on BetMGM. Minus 115 for 2, minus 110 for 1 or none. Let's see. Total base, head to head. He's in the red. He's still averaging 2 total bases though against them though. That's still good. So I don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe he does get it today. Maybe. He is 0-1 currently against them on the year because he didn't do anything last night. So it's really up to you if you feel like he would get 2 total base. If it was me, I would probably just take him for the run, because that's his best spot. And then the second spot that I would look is potentially just taking him for the 2 total, the 2 HRR His plus runs plus RBIs. That's just my look. For, and then who was the other one that you mentioned? You said, is it, yeah, you're correct. Are you talking about Brandon Lowe for the Pirates? Excuse me, Lau? Because Brandon is green. He's been having some success in the last 5 games. So Brandon, it's just that he's facing off against Jacob, who pitches really well against righty batters. But Brandon's hitting the pitch mix, which is great. Still a great look automatically right now, just based off of the spots that I talked about. Plus 165 for 2 total base. His angles is up, his bat speed is up, which is great. He's gotten some doubles, so you might want to consider taking for doubles plus 500. Let's see, head to head, total base wise, he's averaging 1, so he hasn't had too much success on getting multiple total bases against Milwaukee. Let me see. Again, he had a double last night against them. He's only had 2 singles, but that was last year against them. 1 home run last year. Look at his so yeah, he's not having too much success currently, but maybe that changes this year. He's currently 1-0 on getting 2 total base, no singles, a double, and 2 HR. So maybe you do take him for the 2 total base tonight, plus 165. He's hitting at night. He struggles on the day. He only has 1 single on the day. Again, he's hitting righties and he's struggling batting second, even though his slugging is great. It's like super great at a 600 value here. He has a lot of RBIs in that spot. What about on the day? And he technically has no, apologies. He's been walked mostly and struck out. So even on the strikeout and the walk, let's see. What if he walks tonight? What is his walk? So plus 119 from the walk. Maybe. So just some food for thought for those 2. So yeah. All right. I'm up here chatting away and not paying attention to the time. I actually think we're technically good. I did just submit the one slip I have. It's from the same game. I have Ian Happ for a single and Basileros for 2 HR, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check and make sure that was correct, what I just stated. Because like I said, I put that in it early in the morning. So yeah, Ian Happ for a single, Basileros for 2 total base. It's quick parlay for this game that I literally should have submitted hours ago, but I just totally forgot all about it. But luckily I was on my phone to be able to look at that stuff. So I think we're good. We got a plethora of stuff. Let me screenshot that so I can use it as a reference for tomorrow. See if any of this stuff hits for today. But there's a lot of this stuff is stuff that I just really just like. I've already placed I want to say 2 or 3 single bets already from everything listed, because these games are getting ready to start. So I think we're good. Washington's up 4-2. Nobody went yard for either. What's the inning? Oh man. So had I thought that this game between the Nationals and the White Sox had potential for a no home run, I would have took it, but I literally didn't think of any games to have no home runs in it. But there were a plethora of home runs today. Okay, Vargas has 2 HRR. I think I took Vargas on this slip, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check. I'm double checking it because I could have sworn I could be wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot. I already took Jensen, so I have him twice. I think. So let's see. No, okay. All right. I don't. All right. I took Jensen for 3 total bases today. It was like I said, it was early in the morning. It was plus 270 on DraftKings. I doubt that that's the same value today. I also took Ben Rice. Those are my 3 favorites. But again, the Rockies and Mets game got postponed to tomorrow because of the rain. So yeah, I forgot about that. So I'm really waiting for those games to start. Did Ramirez, because I had him on that slip, did he get 3 HRR for the Marlins or no? He got the 3 HRR. So I was correct on one of them. Did Aranda get 3 HRR for Tampa? He did not. So technically I went 1 and 2. Almost went 2 and 1 because Vlad had 2. He just could get the 3. So I would have, and again, like I said, if I put Varsho on the slip instead of Vlad, he would have cash for me at least. But it is what it is. I went 1 and 2 instead of the original would have been 2 and 1. It's okay. But check it out. Look at this stuff. See if you think that anybody would do anything. Take these as a single bet. If you feel like tailing any of these or all of these, if you feel like you could parlay any of these, parlay them. Hope for the best and hope that the batters go out there and to get the job done. We'll see what happens. Not yet. I had to really just wait for some of the pitchers to really just like get into the groove of stuff, because as you're seeing some pitchers who were having success last year at getting strikeouts, they were getting lit up over the course of the last couple of weeks. So that's why I was telling the crew, like, I really wasn't going to be diving too much into anything until in and around this time, because I needed the season to really get going. And as you're seeing, some batters who were successful even last April, that has shifted to other batters who weren't successful last April. Those batters are actually succeeding in the place where a few of the heavy hitter batters from last year are struggling currently. Like, they're, even some of them are starting to kind of wake up a little bit, but that's why I say, like, I really haven't fully. I've attempted on a few bets. If you're over on WAP, over on Top Sports Debate, you've seen my slips where I've attempted to I feel like these batters are in a spot to do, even to go above and beyond what they normally do. I've attempted, and some of them have at least cashed on a single bet for, say, 5 HRR or 3 total bases. You know what I mean? Like, it's sports. You really don't know what's going to happen. You're going to pick and choose the hot batters most of the time, and it's just that specific day where you take the batter that has hit 4 or 5 days in a row. That's that day where they don't do anything. So it's just like you're hoping that it doesn't go that way, but it does. So that's why I say it's sports. Anything can happen, like literally. And as you're seeing too, some of the batters are even starting to hit 2 home runs. They're starting to go back to back over the course of the last 72 hours or whatever it is. More recently, just this week alone. So that's starting to pick up now as we're closing the month of April. So do you even consider, because I was even considering, like, well, maybe I take this batter for 2 home runs today because he's in a spot where he hits really great on a Saturday, I'm not going to do that. And sure enough, there were a couple of batters that went out there and hit home runs, but they weren't the batters that I looked at. So, yeah, just one of those things. Like, even some batters who weren't even like in a position where they were having success, they went out there and hit a home run. What can you do? Because again, it's sports. So, yes, Merc, if you feel like Bryce to go under the 5K, take it for the under. He just might do it, or he might actually get the 5. He might get 6, he might get 7, who knows. It's sports. You just never know what's going to happen at any specific spot. You just got to hope that you're picking the correct reads for that day and actually go out there and produce. So, but other than that, I'm about to be out. Y'all stay safe, stay humble, take care of yourselves, family, friends, and loved ones. Be kind to one another, no matter who you are interacting with in this world. It's just that, the world is, humans are going to be human at the end of the day. And just keep being you, because there's only one of you anyway. And, the hope is that you will be a shining light in a very, very dark world. But I'll holler at y'all hopefully tomorrow, probably early in the morning, like 8 or 9 o'clock, whichever comes first, maybe 10. And we'll go over some more stuff. Hold on real quick. Let me see something real quick as far as the NBA. There's 4 NBA games tomorrow. I'll probably look, because I literally did not look at anything for the NBA today. I probably potentially missed out on some stuff today, but at the same time, I looked at some of the players that I normally would look at. They didn't do anything, so I'm kind of glad that I did not pick any NBA props outside of that live bet that I did for Harris, which didn't cash because he literally had 3 assists at the end of the first half, and they took that 3rd assist away, I guess, after the first half started or whatever. I don't know what happened, but maybe it was a correction or whatever, but he finished with 2, so it was just like, dang, there was really no point for me to put him for that 4th assist, because he wouldn't have gotten it anyway, because they took that 3rd assist away, so it sucks. But Detroit lost, which I didn't see that happening, and congratulations to Orlando on winning. So there's that. They're up 2-1, but I'm really only just hoping that the rest of these series are going to be good, and even tonight for the last 2 games. But